Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my video review of this past week's episode of The 100 on the CW, which was episode 4 of season 6 called The Face Behind the Glass. Before we get into the episode, I wanted to say, I'll have a bigger video coming out on it, hopefully sometime this weekend. But I attended Motor City Comic Con in Detroit just this past weekend, where I met Henry Ian Cusick, yes, Marcus Kane himself. I just gotta say, he was very, very friendly. We had a really good conversation about the 100 as a whole, but also mainly just his character's development and sort of his parallels with Clark, and just how, if you guys remember in those earlier seasons, Abby is very worried about Clark, very worried about the scenario she was dealing with and what her decisions and such, but Kane was the one who was a little bit more open to seeing Clark rise as that leader we know her as now, and as we grew to know her as, and he was the one that sort of admitted she learned what to do from us, from how we handle things on the Ark. But yeah, Henry Ian Cusick was very, very conversational. Really, really pleasant guy to me, and I couldn't really ask for a better experience with him. And it just meant a lot because ever since the show started, Kane was my favorite character alongside Clark, and then eventually alongside Lexa. So it really meant a lot to me to meet him. I'd love to meet Eliza Taylor sometime or something, but this is a damn good one if I was going to get any of them. So yeah, it was a really, really cool time. But yeah, so it's almost 2 in the morning, but I did want to get my thoughts on this episode. You guys know I've been a little lukewarm on the season. I mean, I still enjoy it. I'm always going to enjoy the 100. I love the 100. It's going to be one of my favorite shows of all time by the end of it, I'm sure. And I really like season 5 actually, but I'm not particularly caring for this season as much so far. Especially the direction they took with Clark at the end of the episode. Yes, this group is another hostile group, although I don't think we're going to be getting like a big army, battle or anything like that, so it's not quite to that scale. But it's another similarly hostile group, maybe a little bit of sympathy with them. But they go cult-like at the end of the episode, and they basically inject Clark with something, maybe killing her, but I think I seen in the previews for next week that we're going to see her sort of, wrestling in her own head and everything, so we'll see how that goes. But basically inject her with, you're not going to get your favorite character as she usually is next week as much. But yeah, they basically transferred their lost daughter into Clark's body. So we're going to see, it should be fun seeing Eliza Taylor play it off a little bit. I don't know if she'll try to screw with the other characters' heads or something, or just be their daughter now up front, I don't know. But either way, it just feels like the type of scenario we see a lot of main characters in sci-fi shows in some form or fashion. So it just feels a little, it's just kind of there for me with that. We did get a really nicely acted scene between Eliza Taylor and Bob Morley, of course, Clark and Bellamy. Blark moment, right? If it naturally happens, it does. They built it up a while, but I'd prefer that, Clark's trying to poke up with the guy she was with tonight, who turned out to be from the other side of things, I mean. And it was kind of warning her about who these people really are. It seems like it's, very kind of screwed on both sides, but we'll see how it goes. And it's been quite a few years for Clark, so I guess I can't blame her for wanting to be happy for a little bit. But yeah, it just felt a little random to me with that. It is what it is, though. But the scene with Clark and Bellamy was really sweet. Everyone's on edge with Clark. Everyone's still not forgiving her for protecting Maddie so much. But I've loved how understanding Bellamy's been. I really like how strong their relationship is and their respect for each other. I thought it was great. And of course, they hug when Clark just really unloads, how upset she is with herself for, from their perspective, not holding them as her family the way she really does see them as. And it was really good emotion from Eliza Taylor especially. And Bob Morley nailed it in another scene with Tassi Talis, Echo. You hear a little bit more about Echo's childhood and what happened to her parents and stuff like that. Really, really great seeing Bob Marley's, emotion, and hearing Echo describe all that. It got me. People said that was a waste of time, but I think those are just the Blark-crazed shippers. I love Echo. I have for a couple seasons now. I like how she went from an interesting looking background minor character in season 2 to being one of her mains now. And I hope she keeps sticking around. I've loved her. So that was great. Definitely kind of saved the episode for me, along with Diyoza, who I like sort of being this like anti-hero dynamic type of character now. Octavia's still trying to wrestle with herself, I guess, but she almost helps the little girl, so I guess we're supposed to start feeling for Octavia again. I don't know, it's not quite there for me. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I know my review is kind of all over the place, but like I said, it's almost 2 in the morning. Wanted to get my thoughts out there anyway, at least in general. Not a bad episode. Like I said, I always enjoy the show, but kind of eager to see something a little bit more unique from this season. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, week to week as always, as much as I can anyway. So yeah, I'm giving this episode about an 8.4, 8.5 out of 10, maybe 8.6, because we got some really nicely acted scenes. But besides that, I'm just not overly excited about the season so far. But I'll catch you guys next time. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and peace.